All right, motion carries.
Okay. Items
Yeah.
N 1 through 7 is noted.
Then you do K.
K, oh, sorry, K. Here we go. In the form of a motion, recommend approval of K, renew the water treatment agreement with Guardian CSC.
Motion on the floor to approve the water treatment services with Guardian CSC. Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion.
Tom, in the contract, it says three facilities.
Yes, it would be the
Yeah. And the problem I have with that, and I just want to extend on it, it says it's extended automatically. That's what happens then.
So the terms might say that, but it is a yearly contract. So we would-
Are we going to reapprove it every year?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not really automatic like it says.
Any more discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now you get to say it again.
Yeah, now I get to say it. Items N 1 through 7 is noted. End of report.
All right, on to personnel, does anyone have any personnel agenda items they would like to pull to go to the second?
I like to pull that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking for A, does anybody else have anything?
Carl, we'll have to pull G just to make a comment on it. Or you already know?
I saw it, yeah. I'll discuss it when it comes up.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Then in the form of a motion, recommend approval of personnel items B, C, D, E, G, H. B, C, D, E, G, and H.
Okay, thank you. I have a motion on the floor to approve B, C, B, E, G, and H. Do I have a second?
Steve, you're second.
Thank you. Is there any discussion on B, C, D, E, G, and H, other than the leave of absence is backdated and controversial? What got controversial for bad reason, controversial because they're taking leave of absence up there. And it is backdated.
B, thank you for the people who stayed late. I really appreciate that. I know I struggled in my younger years with math, and I needed tutors until I got called up. I have another child the same way. So I appreciate the teachers that stayed for that extra time to help out. I know it really helped me. I know it helped other students.
And Brian, I'm going to back that up by saying I support everything you just said. I agree with you. Thank you for saying that.
Sure.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries.
So in the form of a motion, recommend approval of item A, the staff hires of Michael Kale, Brady McClintock, Isaiah Rosado, and Jacob Gill.
I have a motion on the floor to approve Michael Kale, Isaac Rosado, Jacob Gillig, and Brady McClintock. Do I have a second?
Second, Janelle Westwood.
We pulled this one because one of our hires is here, Brady McClintock, a first grade teacher, that's going to start with us. Mr. Moran, if you want to introduce him, and if Brady would introduce himself to the board.
Sure. Just on behalf of Alley, Mr. McClintock, Brady, come on up here. We exhausted our search here this year to try to find a new addition to our Alley Creek team, and we're so happy that Brady's a part of being a Thunderbolt. I'll allow him to share a little bit about his background, what he's serving in, his historical piece, a little bit of connections with the community, and what's on the fun for us here today. So,
Good evening, board members. Thank you for your time. My name is Brady McClintock. I'm from Littlestown. I grew up here. While I was not involved in the school as a student for my entire educational career. I played football here. I graduated here as a football player. I attended Lycoming College where I attained a degree in psychology and certification in education. About 2 years ago, I started my teaching journey, unfortunately, as a Nighthawk. But I stand here before you today, very excited to become a full-time Thunderbolt, as I'm also on the coaching staff for the football
I
team.
hope the principal doesn't listen.
Very grateful Nighthawk. But I'm also very grateful for Dr. Mitchell and Mr. Moran for giving me this opportunity. And like I said, I'm very excited to be a full-time Thunderbolt once again. Thank you.
Do you have any questions?
No, I have a comment. Thank you for hiring a man in primary school. We need more men in primary education. We do. And I appreciate your being here. Thank you.
And I'd like to say that Brady is one of 2 of the 4 hires that are from Littlestown. Jason Healy is also a graduate and is also a football alumni, so maybe we can great into that football team too. So when 50% of your alumni, or 50% of your hires alumni are from the same school district, that's nice. So, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping in.
Thank you.
Thank you. All those in favor of the 4 hires, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Congratulations, motion carried.
In the form of a motion, recommend approval of item F, the contract with Elevate Mind for substitute staff.
I have a motion on the floor for the letter F, Elevate Minds for substitute staffing. Do I have a second? Second. Discussion.
I had, Carol, if you don't mind, you said you would have some other quotes for us.
Well, I don't think that nobody has anybody available. They don't have counselors just waiting, you know, 7 days a week for somebody else to come out when they need them. So, like, students counseling, PA counseling, True North, RSG cannot, if they can't provide in-school services. It's just an odd type of request that, you know, it's very specialized, a licensed therapist. You need somebody 2 days a week, you know, people already have a case over their own counselors. So companies have to kind of figure out how to move people around, and it's only a couple weeks, you know, 8 weeks or 10 weeks, it's just, like, you know,
I mean, can we talk, can we go to the executive session and talk about, our personnel?
Personnel concern about a specific person, it can't be related to any general personnel. It needs to be a specific group. Do you have someone specifically in mind? No, an individual. You don't have to give the name here, but if you have an individual that it would affect, then I think it could.
Yeah, and one of the executive sessions reasons is because of this appointment of a specific agency. Let's see if there's any other discussion, and then we'll break for an executive session for that.
Carl, I have a question.
Yes.
Thank you for your research. Normally, we like to see comparison, just so we can kind of have a good city. And it seems like this is so specific and so unique, but yet it's a company that provides the service. And there's probably other districts and other that have the same situation, have maternity, have this unique need that comes out of nowhere almost. Is there any way we can compare?
I don't know, well, I mean, we are the only ones around town that have a licensed therapist to do this type of work. I know others, you know, others will have a team like we have, a level up team that provides this mental health care to the students. I don't know where else to go, it's just very centered and very focused, and coming up with somebody for 8 weeks, it's just very like challenging. I
think the big hurdle for me, I think about, is the amount of money today. That's just a lot of money.
Well, unfortunately, I don't disagree with you, you know, if you don't do this, it puts a big burden on counselors, because these students are high-need students, and they take a lot of time. It's not just come down and talk to a counselor for 5 minutes, you sit down and talk for an hour. You know, it's 2 days a week, it's 21 students, half a day at the middle school, half a day at the elementary school, and the rest of the time at the high school.
So what would that per day cost?
$686, and yeah, $715, like $9.
Yes, don't think that we don't appreciate this.
No.
Getting somebody down. So, yeah, no matter what happens, we appreciate that.
Carolyn, last week you indicated you have something changed between last week and this week?
No, it's just I call them and they can't do it. I call around and nobody can do it.
So that was
That's,
the first
I
contact.
keep calling, nobody,
Well, I think the issue would be issued
Really, yes.
December 9th.
Pardon?
The issue would be December 9th, and you're saying you just called them.
no, not I just call, I'm just starting to get responses back. I call, you message, nobody calls back. The holidays, this, and this. I'll get back to you, Carolyn, I'm waiting, I'm seeing. So I wait and see, and I call them back, and I don't get responses, and I'll reach out.
And last week you said that you were called.
I followed up on people that I'll call with.
Is this unique to your industry that type of lack of response because of circumstances? I'm just trying to understand.
I understand that the people don't have people to cover in this field. So for example, True North has to do virtual because they don't have anybody to come in person. They don't have licensed people, or they just don't have licensed people.
It's not the subject. It's just how we're going about it and trying to figure out how to compare apples with oranges to make good fiscal decisions, because that's a lot of money. And maternity comes up, I mean, you got 9 months notice. Right? 6 or 7.
Well, this is a field that I know is dying as far as getting people this.
In any industry.
Well, no, I mean, in this one, there used to be a lot more establishments that I know of, and, coming into Baltimore, we have several locations, and very few of them do this anymore. Sometimes I happen to know, so.
So basically, this is it, and this is the money being spent, and we're just gonna do it.
It's either that, or we're still gonna do your executive session. It's either that, or don't do it at all, and then the students don't get anything. So, you still need yours? Okay. This time we're gonna take a momentary recess for executive session.
I just wanted to make sure.
Well, Tim, last week you tried to say it was because of
hunting day. I know. They took away a day off in March because teacher day is the same. So they have to take a day that teachers and students are supposed to be off.
So, yes, I'm on the
So
email chain.
going
I
back
have
a
to
day,
call about the
you
200
know,
women.
taking teacher work away doesn't, it's not
Yeah.
for one day after Thanksgiving, they take away a day.
She
in
told me
March.
that you were, so
Yeah, Monday after Thanksgiving in this district?
I guess they've done it in the past, they took it away,
instructor to see that.
and
Perfect.
And the other thing,
some people are fighting it, you know, some people want it back.
to
But we have
follow up
so
with
many days off in December,
but,
but whatever, I don't care about the day after, I know, like I said last week, I said, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You know, it's gonna be.
that was my intention.
There's gonna be split
Well,
feelings about whether they wanna have the day December first off or a day in March. Some people are gonna like one day, and I don't care about that, or you're not giving teachers enough time to get ready, some people want to, don't want to
So
count
what I've
it.
heard is that candidates
Teachers, I have
balls,
mentioned with
for
this.
lack of a better term.
I know some would do it, but some also don't speak up for the rate, but, you know, we're the only ones in the county and out of.
Yeah, so that's a better way to describe it. Yeah, that's, from my understanding, they're pursuing a similar pool, and as of right now, the expectation.
Yeah, it's interesting. I wasn't sure why one request by one board member is just a table of the entire calendar.
I don't know, they kind of out whatever she wants. Just like they changed the Graham's elected for, electives, the description of it, because she didn't like it. It didn't matter what the education professional said. He didn't like the wording for routine or wording in the Graham's.
My thing is, once we get that part,
She is
really
really like
look for
every thing.
just start with that disengaging conversation. Start bridging that.
Jamie had asked for the executive
Jeannie
session.
asked for the executive session.
You're ready to go.
I don't know. They take you through the ringers on anything mental health, but it's like you're, this SRO, yeah, we can pay for that. And it's like, you know, getting a raise to the
First grade teachers.
board secretary, that's fine. Which I don't have a problem with, but tax collectors, give them a raise, but if it's mental health, make them
She
jump.
did a good job of lessons and stuff, and just with what was going to go on in January. Yeah, sure. So I feel that consistency piece is there. So from that standpoint, I think, but what we'll start to do is just, as we get closer to the end of February, we'll start to merge that.
Yeah, I think there's conversation, start to have those stuff out.
And then when the time is right, just make sure you get the public space that your publication has their thing in place.
Yep.
And we'll be more formal as we get closer. Once we know that we're getting closer to the end of February, I just don't, what I don't want you to do is be distracted by, oh, I'm trying to keep up with everything in Littlestown, but
Right.
maybe you're trying to finish these things.
Teach and yeah, absolutely.
Just try to keep that separate.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, so I'll purposely delay some things just because I don't want you to have to worry about it.
Thank you.
And then the other side of that is, not just trying to take it into the next step to make sure you're doing the basis
Sounds good, yep. Yeah, I'll give it a plug in, I'll check that every day, just, making sure that
the next time I see I'll also see
Meeting back in session.
Mr.
We had an executive session to discuss personnel issues concerning the level up and the effect on other personnel within the district. So that's what that was about. No school business was discussed other than that. So we had some questions that were asked that we had cut short, so we're going to bring them back around. You guys asked them, you guys get to say them.
So just to clarify, that this is not going to be, we don't have to raise any funds or raise taxes for this position. It's coming out of Dr. Gaskey's.
Correct, it's coming out of the budget that we have. There'll be some
Already.
concessions that we'll have to make in other areas, but we will be able to take care of it.
Around
That's right.
the accommodation.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dwayne, you had asked a question
Yes.
about some things too.
Yes,
So,
first off, Dr. Mitchell, how many students is this affecting in the time period?
I think Dr. Piaski stated that it's 21 students that would be seen.
By the field.
Correct. Okay, so if there's two of them, that means we have 42, presently.
There's 40 students currently using the services, so 21 of them.
any other questions about Mr. Rob? Back to the roll call.
We have a motion and a second.
Okay,
Discussion.
All right. Back to me. This commercial is brought to you by Kellogg. No, actually, it's brought to you by Snickers Bar.
Yeah.
Really, that was a, we didn't need a break. Somebody just needed a Snickers bar break. Okay. All right, we've had